Hello, my spooky storygoers and spooky listeners. How's it going? I do see that we may not be large in number today, but we are indeed here. This morning, just like last night, I have been struck with what appears to be some sort of mild disapproval for everything. I am a grumpy Ben right now, and I don't know why. I don't exactly know why I'm so grumpy and what's the word I'm looking for? Lethargic. But that seems to be as I am today. As it was last night, which is why you actually did not get to see me last night. Many of you may have been excited for that Phasmo stream that never happened. I apologize. Just been being a sad boy. But today I am here. Today I intend to do the spookies. And, yeah, I'm just doing a few things in the background at the moment. Yesterday I was very excited because I had a total of 44 subscribers. Today I have 43. It actually reminds me of a time in which this happened before. I believe that YouTube exclusively counts by 2 in the beginning and corrects it later. Don't quite know why it does this. That's a very odd thing to do. But that is what it does. And I apologize for forcing you to look upon the cabin for just a little bit longer. It's a very windy day, and I need to get things just working just right. As you see, I've been working on other things. Another may be in the fold soon. We may have a new friend soon enough. No, I think I'm stuck like this. I don't know what happened. You see nothing. No, Minecraft, not right now. This is possibly the most professional stream I've done. Yes, very professional. Very professional. If this is a hint of what the rest of the stream is like, I may as well stop now. That was a joke. That was a joke. I have a message. Professional. Today I'm just having issues, huh? So let's feed from the subreddit. Ghost stories. I love this subreddit. It gives me such good... such good small spooky stories. Today we'll be looking at... let's look at this guy. Let's not look at this guy. Ghost cat? Last night. Oh, I'm in the wrong screen. There we go. Sorry. I'm not playing a video game. Boy, that's a long story. Oh, yeah, it was. Last night, around 11 p.m., my family and I returned home from Lake District. We live on the south coast of England. We had a pet sitter tend to our pets while we were gone, including my black cat. When we got home, he greeted me with cuddles and prayers, but desperately wanted outside. We don't have a cat flat. There's a lot of foxes around us, and we have house rabbits too, so we don't risk it. Anyways, I hardly ever let him out at night, but I figured I'd sleep for an hour or two and then let him back in. But my husband was staying up a bit later, so I said to check on the back door before coming to bed. I fell asleep and spent between an hour or two and got up. Everyone in the house was asleep, and I made my way down upstairs landing. We have no natural light in the upstairs hall landing, as it's an old Victorian terraced house. It was very dark, so I left my bedroom door open to see a little. That's when I saw my cat. As I walked towards him, he turned and walked away from me. I thought he wanted food, and my husband had let him back in, so I followed him and continued to try and pick him up. But I couldn't catch him. So for some reason, all of a sudden, I had an eerie chill. So I reached for the lights. Nothing. No cat. I went downstairs to get the back door and opened it, and my cat ran inside. So what was I following upstairs? I would say I don't really creep out of a ghost, etc., as it's not a new thing for me, but it is for this house. We've lived here for 2 years and haven't seen anything. The house is 120 years old, though, so who knows what it was and why it wanted me to follow it. The anticipation it builds. This story is a pretty good spooky story. That was the end of the story. They just woke up from sleep. Fun fact, you dream when you're awake after waking up from the sleep. I think they were chasing a dream cat. Yeah. Sorry about that. Spontaneous coughing. Ugh, I'm dying. I am here in my car to my sister's COVID shot. Hooray, vaccination! If we got more people doing that, maybe we wouldn't have to take such cautionary measures. But you all know the human nature to disbelieve and think a little too much. Still waiting for yours. Yeah. I got mine a few weeks ago. I might actually be in a clear now. I might be among the few who technically don't need to wear masks, but I'm still gonna do so because I don't trust everyone else. You get yours tomorrow. Amazing. Nobody came home. There's another story. This one was written by Jano Eyes 122. Another one of these short stories. Not even a paragraph. Maybe a paragraph and a half. This happened to my mom not long after my parents got married. They lived in a small apartment and hadn't had any kids yet. So my dad was working late, and my mom was sleeping on the living room couch. which was relatively near the front door, and she was facing the wall, her back to the door. It was pretty late when my dad got home. It's pretty normal. He walked inside, walked over, and gave my barely awake mom a kiss on the cheek. Then walked down the hall and into the bathroom. We turned on the sink and walked into the bedroom. We stayed. A few hours later, my mother woke up and went to see my dad. Guess what? Nobody was home. He was still out. There was water in the sink and the bedroom door was closed when it was open when she fell asleep. They had no pets. Eventually, my dad actually came home, and he had no idea what happened. It still freaked them out. Like 20 years later. Yeah, it's kind of freaky. A key detail I should include is that my mom did not see whatever walked into the house. Her eyes were closed, and no one spoke. She just assumed it was my dad. Oh, that was a spooky one. That's a spooky one. That one actually leads itself to a little bit more, it's different from the other one. She woke up and she saw actual evidence of what she hallucinated to be. That's a little spooky. Lucky, yeah. Tell you what, there's a chance to get sick after the COVID shot. I just want to make you all aware of that. You might be out for like a few days, or maybe a week. Lying in bed, being unhappy, but it's way better than actual COVID. You're in a sleeping bag. Yes, I'm in a camping trip. I'm doing a little bit of a camping trip. In the forest, telling spooky stories around the campfire. How's it going, Rachel? Have you subscribed to me? I could use it. You love the sleeping bag. Yay! I'll take any excuse to get a day off from work. Yeah, heckin' yeah. Tell you what, depending on where you are, they kind of have to give you a day off of work for side effects from a COVID shot. Doing good, yes. I have a question. Do you guys know anything that is gray, has yellow eyes, looks possessed, looks like human but crawls like a dog, and growls? Because I'm freaking out right now because my friend and I checked out an old building and saw it. Oh no. Oh no. Ah, the camp set up. Go. Maybe, forgive me, maybe someone has a spooky fursuit. Sheep. Ah! Ooh, sheep. Yeah. A shaved sheep. Oh my gosh, imagine that. Possibly possessed human being? D-book. What? I'm gonna Google this. Off screen. Okay, no, it's a natural spirit thing. And everyone's clothed. That's good. I've seen something very familiar, also at a abandoned place. So yeah, I'm thinking a dog that isn't doing so well, maybe. Black shuck, maybe. Also gonna Google that, but whoop. Off screen. Okay. English folklore, black shuck, old shuck. Okay. It's not that bad. Definitely a creepy creep. That's a fun one. Were you on shrooms? No, I wasn't. That's a very good question. I love those questions. And I'm teetering between 5 and 3 viewers. I think this is good enough to start one of my stories. Again, I've yet to read, so it's one of the stories I've already read before. Please forgive me. I've yet to write. That's what I meant to say. New World of Lore. No, I don't want that. I want many gifts. There we go. Oh, okay. They who peer too deep. I love that one. Have I done it too many times? Would people be okay with me doing it again? It's 3.5 pages long. Message from the stars? I could do that again. Yeah. Allow me a moment to take a sip of a drink. I'm out of drink. Oh no. I'm gonna die of thirst. Ah! A message from the stars. From the many gifts of Tih'tulkd. By H.J. Bendele. I am Jace Campbell, an astronaut of the age of... astronomer, of the age of 27. I'm a part of the bubble breach operation. For a while, we have known that there is a cosmic bubble around our star, created by solar winds. The bubble acted as a shield from much of harsher cosmic radiation beyond it, but it also scrambled any radio signal and obscured us from all life outside of it. The most recent development taught us that the bubble is thinner some spots than others. Bubble breach is a scientific endeavor to send more accurate satellite arrays out to deep space with better transmission and receivers, and has been underway for quite some time. The operation has been top secret ever since the first signal was received, distorted by the cosmic bubble, but still there. The signal was clear attempt to communicate by something from outside our cosmic bubble. A week ago, the final satellite went into deep orbit in our solar system, and the radio probe unit breached the bubble. For the past week, top-secret linguistics officials pored over the message, spoken in pop sounds, reminding me much of a collection of dripping faucets. Hey, Luce, how's it going? The fully alien language said something. Of what the message was, I could not even guess. But the experts in linguistics said that it was a repeating message. By the week's end, the message was killed at the source, and there was silence for no less than 3 hours. Then a new message came through. It spoke much slower in words and was simpler, easier to understand. The linguistics experts had a much easier time translating this wholly alien message. The message was translated by a collection of extremely well-educated scientists in linguistics within a week. Some of them complained of nightmares during and after the message was translated, saying that some of the horrid nightmares even helped the translation. The message is as follows. The second message. There is no danger Do not fear the deep space. Please send probes. Please light a beacon so we can find you. We want to be your friends. The last transmission was a joke. Do not fear. This was an oddity meant to comfort us, call us to clear where we are. Officials were worried by this message, and equally worried by the fact that we have been sending out probes for decades. The second message was sent in the same language as the first, just slower and easier to understand. The fact that the second message was translated gave aid to translating the first one. A few days straight of hard work from masters in the field of translation uncovered a few usage of the same words from in that first message. Fear was used, as well as beacon, do not, deep space, danger, and a few more words were found. Pain, they came, pieces. The administration wanted to find out more about the alien life floating around in space, and full-heartedly ignored the translated bits in the favor for the second, fully translated message. They began to send signals directly to where the message originated from. The linguistics still worked on the first message, finding new words every day and putting them in place to describe the grammar as odd and alien, and talked about things that I did not understand. Pronoun placements and periodic lack of pronouns, adjectives being weird in some way. They described the translating this passage as madness, much harder than the one that followed. No nightmares came when translating this message. No dreams that helped. More words were discovered, and placement of those words are fitted together. We feel fear. Please do not send. Pull us to pieces. They will come. Yes. 3 days after the administration had groundbreaking news, just as the first transmission was translated. The translation was read first. We feel fear now. We did not know the deep space was dangerous. Please do not send probes. Please hide any beacons of existence. They came for us, and now they pull us to pieces. It hurts. We are in pain. Please make it stop. Do not explore. They will come for you. Do not believe their lies. The groundbreaking news was that the aliens from that section of space had made contact with us, are already headed to us, promising gifts of health and technology. Once more, the speed in which they were traveling was increasing. Another translation came in, only screaming in madness. That was a story, a message from space, from the stars, from the many gifts of Tih'tulkd. Hey, Bendele. Thank you very much for listening to that. That's one of my more favorite stories. It's one that I haven't read in a while. Well, that was nice. I hope so. I hope so. Yeah. After reading long stories like that, I feel like I always need to take a little bit of a breath. I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stories. And I've been kind of itching to write more. I also got another thing lined up, but that's for when I'm a bit bigger. I hope I don't forget about it by then. It's a choose your own adventure story sort of thing. I'm planning on doing it as an uploaded video. Almost sounds like a game from Dead Space. Interesting. No, I actually haven't played Dead Space. I saw someone play Dead Space 1. Well, years ago. It was... I'll be honest with you. You still need to, okay? I'll be honest with you. For the longest time, I could not buy a Kit Kat bar. I was poor. There was a time in the recession when no one could get a job, especially a 23-year-old who had no work experience because of the recession. Will feed the horror quite well. So there's just this huge chunk in gaming history that in my lifetime, that I've just completely missed out on. I didn't have a computer good enough to play cool games. I didn't have an Xbox or PlayStation or the modern equivalent of those at the time. And I didn't have the money to spend on games. Because games were $60 back then. No one was paying more than $7.25 an hour where I was. So yeah, maybe now I can scrounge enough money together to get that game. It probably is on the PC somewhere. I do have that donation amount from Twitch that's supposed to come to me this 31st. I am a little skeptical about whether or not it's going to be here, but yeah. Also, I do get paid weekly. Maybe I could oh, hiccups. Maybe I could pull some money from that to do this. But yeah, I'm gonna save like my 100th subscriber goal. Let's say 100th subscriber goal. I'm gonna be releasing this choose your own adventure YouTube video series where it has annotations where you can click and decide what you want to do. I'll release this. It's called The Forest That Watches. If you ever open donations, I'll chip in. Donations are a thing that I need to get at least 10,000 people to go to. Unless you're using Discord. Unless you're using Patreon. I have Patreon down in the description. Patreon.com, Ben Tul'dnka. I luckily do not have any experience at this time, so I can assist. Expenses. Ooh, yay! Yeah, let me give you guys a little teaser. About what this is going to be about. This may inconvenience some of you who may want this to be sort of a live situation. Let me begin. This is the entry to the forest that watches. And I'm driving there. Woot! Oh, you got me my first patron. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna need to do something special for you. What am I gonna do? You'll get a special rank, I guess. Yeah. Story reading. Reading a story. Okay. Relax, man. I'm sorry. It's my first patron. nicest because I can. You're a good man. Oh, a good person. So, let's begin with the Forest of Eyes entry. The loss of a family is a lot. But what's worse is having to pack their whole lives away in boxes and put them away. Sometimes people take years to get to this point. Sometimes people need to do this as soon as possible. It does not matter how long it took us to get to this point. This point is where we are at. Hello, Bump, how's it going? Our lost family member was an odd family member. They always spoke of imaginary lands with creatures and monsters we never heard of before. The witch priest Tih'tulkd, which was what our lost family member talked about in the last days we saw them. They spoke of the forest of Tih'tulkd and how they wanted to see this witch priest for themselves. All this information was given to the police when they first begun the investigation of our missing family member. The odd family member. It was believed that maybe they fell in with a cult, or had their odd fantasies preyed upon. They looked for 3 months. Private investigators were involved. Nationwide searches were made, but no evidence could be found. They were just missing. Last known location was this room we're sitting in, packing away boxes, alone, door closed. The time has come. This whole time, we have been putting things into boxes, ignoring that sinking feeling of dread every time we glance at the closet door. That feeling of fear, madness, no better word than absolute, undeniable dread. But now, every single thing in this room is in boxes, except for what's behind that door. We must do this. Why? We can't just leave. Why can't we just walk away and not open that dreaded door? This part in the reading, there would be a pause, and you'd have the option to open the closed door or leave it be. But I just want to check on something. Is everyone okay? Are you all having lag, buffering? Is anyone having buffering issues? I'm noticing on my screen that I have open with this YouTube video playing, it's showing buffering and lagging. Is that the same for you guys? Like jittering. A bit. No, it's running good. Okay, everyone has it running good. Good. So you get the leave it be option, and it goes to. Saw 2 hiccups. Okay. I also saw 2 hiccups. Oh, I'm worried about my internet. The leave it be option was, maybe we don't have to open it. Maybe we can just leave it as is. Let the dust collect. Never let anyone know what has happened when we open that dreaded door. The dread never goes away. The fear. Every time we see that door. Maybe we should open it. Or maybe this is it. And all we need to do is never, ever look at that closed door. Ever again. Yeah, and then it pops up with the same option to open the closed door. Yeah. But yeah, once I get to a milestone that I haven't decided yet, I don't know, 100, maybe 75, I'll make a whole video collection of me going through this whole sort of choose your own adventure. It's not entirely done. There's plenty of missing pieces, and oh, I want to read more of this. I want this to be live now, but I think I should wait. This could make my channel. It could. People could see this. This could be the next big thing. It could. Or could also not. And it could also be something that my viewers and subscribers will absolutely love. In exact percentages, depending on how many viewers and subscribers I have. Meaning, if I released it within a few months, that maybe 20 or 30 people like it. But if I release it when I get to a really good number, hundreds of people would come across this and love it. I really gotta make a few decisions about when I release this and how I release this and what I'm going to do with it. I'm honestly not that sure about things, but I do know that I want to finish this. I want to release it. But enough talking about that. I've wasted a bit of time. But this involves a little bit of lore and about what things can do and rituals and various things like that, and an entity known as Tih'tulkd. Well, that's hard to say. It's called unspeakable language for a reason, you know. The high priest, the highest priest of Tih'tulkd. My superior. It talks about my superior. The witch who has been seen eating children, swallowing them whole. The one that strikes fear into every man, dropping them dead on the spot. The one that people have nightmares just hearing the name of. She's gonna be in this. She's gonna be in this. Yeah. Maybe we attack her and horribly die. Maybe we barely escape. Maybe we get eaten whole by her ourselves. Don't know. And you guys don't know either. So I think I'm gonna actually end this off soon with a relatively small read. Ghost stories I did last week, and it's 5 heckin' pages long. I did a lot of work there, holy heck. What mirrors peer into, it's actually my least favorite one, what mirrors peer into. I've come to not like it as much. Finding of Glens and Za. I'm looking for something shorter. Let's go with Reddit. This is... Oh yes, this thing. Stay with me, everyone. Things like this happen. Just images. Oh. And I know where you sleep at night. Let's just go with something I haven't read already. Just a small, short little thing. No need for pages after pages of words. The girl in the bathroom? That sounds kind of fun. And it's suitably short. So this is The Girl in the Bathroom by Kathleen. Written 3 days ago. I have had many experiences with spirits. This is one of them. This happened a long time ago when I was still in school. One day I was in class and I had to go to the bathroom. When I walked into the bathroom, I could tell no one was in there because all the doors were open. I went into the stall at the very end. While I was doing my business, I heard crying. It was super confusing at first because I thought no one was in there. I looked under the stalls, which I had known is creepy and all. When I looked, I saw someone's feet, a few stalls down from mine. They weren't wearing shoes, and the skin was more of like a blue color. Then I saw them walk out of the stall, continuing to cry. Even though I wasn't finished with what I was doing, I quickly pulled up my pants, walked out of the stall. Mostly because I was scared, but also I wanted to make sure the person was okay. When I got out of the stall, no one was there. I knew no one left or came in because the door of the bathroom is quite squeaky and loud. I was so scared that I couldn't even go back into the stall and finish. I quickly washed my hands and left. In my school, there are lockers that has a memorial on it of someone who died. To this day, I still wonder if that was the same person I saw in the bathroom, or someone else. I still wonder what that spirit was crying about, and genuinely hope that they are okay and have moved on. How kind of you, Kathleen. I'm sure that spirit very much appreciates your sympathy, and I really hope it wasn't just a high school or a fellow school student pulling this amazing prank on you. Just oil the hinges and dress up as a ghost and you're good to go. Yeah, I know it's a little early. It's a little early for me to get off. I really should be streaming till 11:30 if I want to make that hour sort of mark. But I really feel like these should be a bit shorter. I don't want to overexpose you guys to what lies beyond. It can be dangerous. It can be dangerous. So I'm just gonna say thank you very much for coming. You all matter so much to me, and damn XT, if you are doing exactly what you say you're doing, you deserve a medal. If it was a prank, that was the office level elaborate. Yes, I can see myself doing something though, like that though, like, you know, just fixing up the door, and then getting like blue Kool-Aid, and dipping your feet in blue Kool-Aid. That would give like a huge, like, super bonus spooky factor. Yeah, thank you very much for coming along. Thank you very much for watching. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you love what you see, please subscribe. I need the subscriptions. And if you appreciate what you see, please give me that like. Hit that like button. And you know what? Hit that bell as well. No one likes bells. Go ahead, punch that bell in the face. Look at that, we're up to 44 subscribers again. Whoop. You all matter to me so much. You're all really important. Thank you very much for coming. And goodbye.